Hello everybody, my name is Anshul Kumar, and in this video I'm going to briefly give some guidance on how to make an assessment app that can call a large language model through that LLM's API. So what we will do in this process is we will use a chatbot to make the app, and then we will give that chatbot the information that it needs to access the LLM API. And API just means Application Programming Interface. It's just a way for an app you make to talk with another app or another computer. So what I'd like you to do is, if you want, you can pause this video and read the prompt on the screen, which is what we're going to be putting into ChatGPT to ask it to make an app for us. Now, there are a couple things to point out. So the part I'm highlighting in blue, you need to replace that with a real API key that you get from Claude. So in this video, I'm assuming that you already have access to such an API key, or you can watch another video or look up how to get a key like that. Also, you don't need to get this API key from Claude. You could get it from ChatGPT or another LLM service. There are many ones that work almost the same way. Just make sure you change your prompt here so that you tell the chatbot which service is providing the API key. So if you're using ChatGPT, then change this Claude to say ChatGPT, and then obviously replace this highlighted part with the real API key that ChatGPT or Claude gives you. And then this entire prompt itself, you could put it into Claude or ChatGPT and try out what you get, which is what we're going to be demonstrating next. And what you see on my screen now is ChatGPT's response to the prompt I just showed you. So I'll just show you snippets of this conversation that I have with ChatGPT, but this is the response, and then it provided an HTML file, which I downloaded to my own computer, and then I opened that file from my own computer. So let's say you click on this download link, and then it saves the file in your downloads folder. You have to go to your downloads folder, find the file, and open it. And then it should open in your web browser like this. And of course, you might have changed the assessment question. You don't need to use the assessment question that I'm demonstrating in this video. You might give the chatbot other instructions about what kind of app you want. But anyway, so let's, this is what the app looks like that ChatGPT made for us, and the app is going to call the Claude API once I write an answer here and click the submit button. And so here is my answer, and now I'm going to click the button submit. It says that it's submitting my answer to AI for feedback. Let's wait. And then it says feedback received, and here is the feedback. And of course, if you want to read this, you can pause the video and read it. But what we have here is an app that is completely standalone. It's running on your own computer. As you can see in the address bar here, it's not online. It's in my own computer, in whatever folder I saved it. And it's connected to an LLM online. In this case, it's connected to Claude. Now, a couple things to point out. This is just a very minimal example, just for training and educational purposes only. This is not how you would go about things if you wanted to actually put this online. So if you do want to put this online for other users to use, then you need to do a few additional security steps. So let's say you're using ChatGPT to help you make this app. ChatGPT will probably flag the security concerns for you, but additionally, you can just say to it, you can write in a follow-up prompt, right here in the prompt window, you can write, help me put this online safely, guide me through whatever accounts I need to make online to do this safely. And then it'll help you do that so that, there aren't any security risks like your own API key being compromised and, hackers being able to use it for other purposes. So that's one of the main risks here. So if you're just doing this for practice purposes, then running on your own computer is good enough. But if you're putting this online, then make sure you're extra careful and even consider taking help from someone who knows how to do that. And then another item that I'd like to show you is on my screen now. So this is my Claude console, which can be accessed at platform.claude.com. And so here you have a dashboard showing items like how many credits you have left in your account. You can click here to see various API keys that you might have in your account. And then you can go down and click on usage. So here in usage, it'll show you what all has been happening. And then if I want to just look at the activity generated by the little app we just made, I'm just going to click on day because I haven't had any other API activity today. So you can see I've tested this a couple times. So this 881 tokens and 1687, that's not exclusively from what we just demonstrated. It's from about 4 or 5 tests of the little assessment app before I made this video. So that gives you a little bit of a sense for what the usage is like. And if you feel like you can do a Google search, or you can even search on Claude for the cost of tokens for different types of LLM models, and then that can give you a sense. But going back to my dashboard, my credits, in fact, that's very interesting. Right in the video it went down from 31 to 30. So we used about 1 cent worth of credits perhaps across probably all of my attempts of testing out the app, not only the one that you saw in this video. One more thing is that you can go back down to the analytics section on the left. So we were just at usage, now we're in cost, and then you can select the specific API key. So the API key I made specifically for this demonstration, it has this nickname, that's not the key itself, and it shows that just 1 cent has been used. So that also helps quantify things here. This may appear in a different currency if you're not in the United States, potentially.